Jazz guitarists do not struggle because they do not know enough. They struggle because their playing does not stay connected to the song once the solo starts. And in 2026, if you want new result, you cannot keep repeating the same practice that created the same stock sound. My name is Junewon Choi. I am an educated jazz guitarist and I passed down the apprenticeship I trained in to jazz guitar lovers. On this channel, I do not give you more information. I give you a playing order, the decision order that turns into real music. If you watch this video to the end, you will walk away with two things. First, a clear way to hear what the harmony is doing without starting from scales or even chord tones. Second, you will know exactly what to play on the guitar so your solo stays connected and sounds like a song. Today is not theory class. This is a decision system you can use while you play. I am going to show you the same connection great players use, and I will prove it with the sound, not talk. Most players treat improvisation like a switch. They play the melody, then they enter a different mental world when the improvisation starts. The first question becomes, what fits here? That question creates hesitation, and hesitation is what the audience hears as not music. Listen to this next phrase, notice, and I am not selecting notes, I am staying inside the melody. So, in the beginning of this clip, I was playing the chord melody of Fly Me to the Moon, and I play my improvisation off of the melody. This morning, I when I did live streaming for Korean audience, and one of the member, he get my curriculum by just watching my free YouTube video, not even a paid lecture. He figured my curriculum, and what he said was, on the guitar fingerboard, noticing and playing the shell voicing without even playing or looking at the root is really, really important. So before you do that, you need to know what shell voicing is and what shell voicing does to the music, and we need to get the information from that shell voicing. I'm going to show you what I mean. So look at the melody first. Melody itself. And let's play that melody octave lower. And I will play the shell voicing with the melody. So we should hear the third of the chord is the first melody of each measure. And this chord voicing without roots. Okay? And focus on which note is moving to the next chord. This is the first chord. Next chord, we move this note to here, which that note is the melody when the chord is changing the first note. And then next chord we go, and this is the melody at the time when chord is changing. And the next chord, this note is going over here, that is the melody. And if we make this guide tone movement into the line, this sound is already implemented in the original melody. Look at this. Right? So if we play, we already hear, listen the melody. That's why we can do whatever we want to do once we keep this structure on our improvised solo. That is what I am doing. I am not thinking in scales. I am not running patterns. I am listening for where the line wants to go, and I am staying connected to that pull. The melody is pulling where I should go on the next chord. That is why it already sounds like music. Here is the Voicelid jazz guitar framework in one sentence. The melody is the framework, not a decoration, not the head, the framework. The melody shows you what matters, where the line wants to arrive. You do not invent the targets, you borrow the composer's target. Now listen, I am going to play the melody fragment once, then I am going to extend it without changing the language. So this is the melody, right? And I can go from here to the here, wherever I can be once I hit that target when in the right timing. I did not start improvising, I just let the melody stay in control. That is the whole secret at the beginning of a solo. Your first phrase should still feel like the tune. Once the melody shows the important notes, you start hearing the inside motion. What moves by half step, what reserves, what pulls forward. This is where your solo starts sound like inevitable, not because it is complex, because it is committed. Listen to how the line clicks when you hear the inside voice instead of chasing the labels. So, the way I am teaching you, and also the things that you should understand my curriculum, I am not trying to teach you a fancy lick. This is not, I'm giving you the all kind, uh, like one tool that you can do everything. As I mentioned, this is the decision make process. You should play this without backing track, without metronome, but melody inside of your head. Only the melody inside of your head, and let the melody guide you to the next measure, and the next measure, and the next measure. This is the melody, and try your own way based off of this guide tone movement first. Right? That could be the one. Or the melody goes top to the bottom. You can go from down to up. We are going in different direction from the melody. Melody is going down first, but we are going up first. Something like that will give you some interesting ideas. I am listening to the inside voice, and I am trying to convince myself to my ear that this is sounds like a melody. You can hear the melody, the original melody clearly, and also it is original for me that my own voice sound like, so to speak. So I am happy with it. So every step is you have to put your commitment. You have to put your input in it. Why you choose the notes. Why you play the notes. Because you could have other possibility. Here is the thing that most people misunderstood my curriculum. I said West line and the Jungle line, and people misunderstood that as another lick. So they said, okay, I know Jungle line, West line, and plays just once. but it doesn't change me. Yes, that itself does not change you. By you knowing that Western line and the Django line does not change your playing because you did not spend your time to make a decision of your own decision. So let's say this is like I want to teach you to write an essay, so to speak, but you have not write even a one single journal. Then you came to me and you want to be a novelist. Do you see how the gap is wide? So I am giving you to how you can think clearly, and this is the way of the writers using their tools to make their own thought into the word. This is the way I'm giving you, but you think that is just a magic word, so you just write it down just plainly and you just wait to something to happen. No, you have to put your decision process behind this method, so to get your own voice in this jazz music. And that's why I do not feel lost when chords moving even faster. This is how you stop guessing in 2026. You stop starting from options and you start from directions. Now let's turn that into a real solo move you can repeat. Not a lick. I'm saying again, this is not a lick. A repeatable move. Repeatable. So you need to juggling. You have to struggle with this thing to make your own decision. Trust your ear. What is good sound to you, not to me, not to anybody else, but it is under your fingertip, and it is to your ear that this sounds okay. This sounds good to you. So this is not learn more shapes. This is not. This is keep the same melodic framework, but express it in a different register. The fretboard opens up when the framework stays the same. So listen, the same idea, different register, and it still sounds like the same song. So we can go even in the beginning. I play the melody over here, and then when I was showing you the share voicing, I play the melody down here. So that means we have a target down here, and also we have a target up here. So that diagonal position, those shapes, we have more variety. It is more like infinite permutation. Right? I go up and down the octave with difference in between the same target. I am not searching, I am staying inside of one musical identity, the melody. And I played up here, I played down here. This is the same octave structure. I didn't move those sounds into different structure we hear yet, but there is another structure we hear too. So that's what people call freedom. It is not more vocabulary, it is one framework that survives movement. So here is what you do this week. Pick one standard, choose one short melody fragment, play it until it sounds like a sentence, then extend it, but keep the same landing, which could be the melody or which could be the third of the chord. Then move the idea to a different register. Octave higher, octave lower, different position even, without changing the story of the melody. If you do only that, you will feel a real shift because you change it, the order, and you will hear what you need to hear. And you will be starting to trust your ear. And that is what 2026 is for. New result from a new order. This is why I do not start from scales. Scales are not the problem though, but they do not give you a direction, and that is not a priority because the scale is just every note. Scale is for the set the key, the set of the key, but that doesn't give you any direction or any motion forward to going to the next measure and next measure and next section. The melody gives a direction, and the direction is what makes the harmony obvious. This video is part of the series Why Your Jazz Guitar Does Not Sound Like Music. So I will put the playlist down below, so please check the whole playlist, what I'm saying and how I'm saying the same thing in different way. And if you want the full foundation that I was showing you, the shared voicing, how to practice shared voicing, and what is the west line and the Django line, and how you move between the guide tone and things like that. Essential building blocks. It is free 2-hour lesson video in 6 or 7 different categories, and there is also a free PDF file of 28 pages that explaining these essential building blocks. You can just register on my website. It is free, just free account. You can get 2-hour lessons and 28 pages of PDF. Watch it and take the scorecard, and I will guide you to the next step. In next episode, I will show you how this works when the harmony moves faster, so you do not lose the framework under pressure. I will see you in next episode. Until that time, keep swinging. Thank you.